Welcome back to my channel. We talk about all things Marvel and DC. If you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell to get notified. Videos like this, and much more drop. Talk about The Flash. Season 7, Episode 8, titled The People vs. Killer Frost. Actually haven't reviewed The Flash since Episode 3. It's actually been a very long time. But a full disclaimer out there, I haven't seen probably the last 3 episodes of The Flash because I just haven't caught up with it yet. But, I had a chance to sit down. I'm back to reviewing The Flash as normally. Now, with that being said, let's get on this review. Episode, it wasn't bad episode. It just wasn't enjoyable, which what you guys think in the comment section below. But we used to be excited. But I used to be excited to watch The Flash, every day at 8 o'clock. Now it's like, I'm not anymore. I don't have that excitement watching The Flash. I used to, and I want to feel that again. I just haven't felt like that in a while. This season of The Flash has been very medium and great and terrible. It's just been very, very average. Wait, let's get on with this review. The whole with them in the court, that, was great. Well, it wasn't great. It was okay. This was a very average episode. Whole courtroom scene with Killer Frost. It was medium. Found it to be okay. I don't know. I think there's not much to talk about because nothing really happened in this episode. Didn't really get into detail about actually what happened because nothing happened. I think the whole Killer Frost stuff was fine. Breaking into CCPD to get the cures more or less. Having this whole thing where they want to take Killer Frost's powers away. Instead of put in jail, life in prison for all that she's done. So we get this kind of scene more or less of them breaking into CCPD to steal the metahuman cure, something like that. But yeah, I think this whole part of the episode, the whole Killer Frost stuff, it was fine and bad. It was just medium. We have Caitlin, she's kind of in her feelings about the whole Killer Frost situation. I think Daniel Pennebaker was probably the best. Everybody in this episode, 50 to me. On one hand, it's like, I thought that she did a great job. But on the other hand, I feel like she was overacting. It was kind of not overreacting, but it's overacting. It didn't go. Her emotions was justifiable. It just wasn't 5. She brought it up to like a 10. And, but that's just my opinion. Was okay in this episode. That's the time because this was a very kind of episode. Very average. And I found myself looking back at my phone to kind of like pass the time. To be honest with you, because nothing happened. We also have the whole thing with Barry and the Speed Force, which was great. We don't get a lot of Barry, kind of CSI, kind of gear, because that's his job. A lot of Barry doing the CSI work, that's his job. Not to be in the Flash, besides Iris' husband, or CSI Barry. What I like seeing this episode, but it was very short. Him talking and then him immediately going back to the Flash. We haven't got a lot. You would think that we would have more of the Flash because in character, the Flash. So we would get more with the Flash. Also, it has a lot to do, guys didn't know. So if Grant Gustin, if you're watching this video, I'm sorry that I'm putting all your information out there, but had a baby with his girlfriend or his wife. So I think that is the kind of contributed factor. He's not in this season more. Was the kind of physical embodiment of the Speed Force. Right off the bat from this episode, she was very suspect in this episode through kind of this confrontation more or less in which the Speed Force is kind of pushing Barry, to kind of be more ruthless, attack Barry on Vogue. That's basically how this episode ends. The Speed Force kind of snaps more or less. It kind of betrays Barry of them kind of clashing the lightning together, which was a cool scene. This storyline with the kind of Speed Force thing is not Force storyline. It just didn't go in the way I expected to. It's more of like they went in the direction of which they trying to combine the Speed Force storyline with the villain of the week to see how that goes. But yeah, it just hasn't. The storyline hasn't wowed me. Like poof. It's just, the storyline is very medium. The whole villain of the weekend, because it has to do with the story, but I just wish that it was a little bit more. I just didn't expect this storyline to go as different as it would. That's trying to say more or less. But yeah, in 7, episode 8, entitled The People vs. Killer Frost. But down below, I want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Do you like this episode? Did you hate it? What are your guys' thoughts on this season so far? Do you like where the story is going? I like where the story is going. Oh yeah, quick reminder as well too. A lot online, especially and Deadline reported on this, but it seems like Carlos Valdez and Tom Cavanaugh is leaving, after season 7, which I kind of expected, but I expected them to leave, the end of the Flash, leave to exit because, especially Carlos, he wanted to leave the Flash and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's time for them to leave the Flash. I love Cisco, I love Wells, I love Tom Cavanaugh, but I think it's time for them to exit. But yeah, also section down below. Do you want them to leave? Do you not want them to leave? How do you think that Cisco has been in this season? And Tom, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, turn on that bell to get notified when videos like this drop, and much more. See you in the next video.